everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be announcing the winners to the art contest I hosted last month. Everyone who chose to participate was tasked with drawing or animating one or two of mimics of 𝙈𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙀, the primary one being 𝙈𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙁, and the optional one being his wife, 𝙈𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙁. I know you guys have been super excited to see who won, and I had a blast going through all the entries. However, I received 371 entries, which was way more than I anticipated. So unfortunately, I'm unable to show every single piece that was entered. Because if I were to show each one for even just 1 second a piece, that portion of the video would be 6 whole minutes. So looking at things practically, there's no way I could edit all 371 into the video and get it done in a timely manner. However, as compensation, I decided to show the top 25 entries, a significant increase in the 5 or 10 I originally planned on going more into depth with. But if your entry wasn't shown, just know that I saw every art piece and read through all of your messages. You guys said the sweetest things ever, and I seriously appreciated all the time and effort it took to make what was created. I am beyond impressed, and I have some of the most talented fans on the planet. A huge smile came on my face when I saw every single piece, so it was really hard to narrow it down to just the top 25. So after a lot of deciding, here are some of my favorite entries that were submitted. And stick around until the end, because things get crazy! Before we start the video, a huge shout out to my patrons. Crazy Roblox Man, Drag1195, Springtail Productions, and 3 Moons. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Links to their social medias are in the description down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. Number 25 was drawn by 𝙒𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙁. Oh my goodness, this art piece is just the dictionary definition of adorable. The expressions are the cutest things on this entire planet, and I really love how beautifully it turned out. This entry just holds a special place in my heart because of its cuteness and wholesomeness. I just couldn't resist showing this one. The coloring and lighting made it all the more sweeter. Number 24 was animated by 𝙒𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙁. I'm just a huge sucker for animation, and when I saw this, I couldn't help but appreciate all the time and effort that went into it. While I can't include the music for copyright reasons, here's the animation by itself. I think now you can see why I just love this one. The movements are so on time with the music, every character is drawn so well, I can just feel the tension through the screen. Story is portrayed wonderfully, and the song choices is beyond perfect. Number 23 is yet another animation that I couldn't help but choose as a finalist. This is created by Bermuda Bee, and they have definitely gained a new fan, because man, I am in love with this. Just like the last one, I can't have the music on, but I'll share with you all anyway. The song is so happy, peaceful, and carefree, and I am here for it. This short PMV is able to convey so much emotion, and the storytelling looks professional. The movements and art style are literally phenomenal, and I was incredibly stunned when I saw this. Never did I expect such a gorgeous animation to be entered. Number 22 was drawn by Maya. You drew this on paper? I mean, my mouth was just open in pure shock when I saw all of the amazing details on this. You seriously have a bright future ahead of you, I already know it. Because holy cow, this is stunning. The colors and the shading just pop so well, and everything about this just screams passion and hard work. Major props to you on this astounding creation. This is actually show-stopping work, and I can't wait to see more of what you create. Number 21 was drawn by Cryptic Animations. Words cannot express how much I adore your art style! The expression is fantastic, and every synonym for it. This entry is so simplistic, yet so full of talent, body, and is a great depiction of Mirage. The art looks so soft with the light shading, like I could touch it through the screen. I mean, just look at this absolute beauty of an entry. I think it's safe to say I'm obsessed. Number 20 was drawn by Morning Rosie. The background on this has so much dimension to it, and it looks like it's 3D. Focus of the piece is evenly distributed between the characters and the background, with everything having such a lovely touch of grace. Center just warms my heart even by looking at it with all the great vibes it brings. I've never seen emotions so perfectly encapsulated. The detail, oh the detail! Every pattern is so perfectly accurate, and I can even see the dunes in the sand. This piece here just radiates talent, expression, and beauty. It's so full of life, something that deserves to be appreciated. Number 19 was created by 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙁. Wow. Just wow. If the definition of beauty had a picture next to it, this is what you would see. The lighting and the colors bring this piece to life, filling anyone who looks at it with such unspeakable, warm, happy feelings. You seriously knocked it out of the park with this one. Something this gorgeous deserves to be hung up and admired by the masses. Saying this is well done would be the world's greatest understatement. Just look at this. Number 18 was drawn by the amazingly talented 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙤. Will you look at those incredible textures? It gives the piece such vibrance and life, seeing as it's so beautifully lit. It radiates such power, strength, and elegance with its combination of all the artist's strengths. This deserves to be in a museum, seriously. I could sit here admiring all the small details and everything that gives this piece such incredible pizzazz, but we would be here all day. Count me shocked and impressed. Number 17 was drawn by Anne-Marie C. This art style may very well be the cutest and most creative I have ever laid my eyes upon. I love how comedic and downright adorable this entry is. And seriously, you did not disappoint. Every time I look at this, I find myself doting over a part of its greatness I had previously overlooked. This one really made me smile, and I couldn't resist sharing it with you all. Number 16 is created by 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙬𝙁. Whoa is the first thing that came to mind when I first saw this entry. I can't help but admire its beauty and perfect depiction of true freedom and joy. The warm expressions mixed with the gorgeous lighting make for such a pretty piece. And don't even get me started on the background in all its glory. Every single thing about this just adds up to pure perfection. Number 15 was drawn by 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙁𝙁95. I am literally in love with how this turned out. I don't think I've ever seen expressions drawn so well before. I just adore how cute this piece is, and I can really appreciate all the hard work that went into creating it. From the expressions, to the patterns, to the excellent background, looking at this entry never fails to make me remember why I created these characters in the first place. 10 million out of 10. Number 14 was created by 𝙈𝙤𝙤𝙁𝙁. This art style may very well be one of the greatest things I've ever laid my eyes on. It's so unique and cartoony, and I've never seen anything like it. It seriously looks like it was taken right off of a comic book advertisement, and I am here for it. The way everything contrasts each other and how Mirage always remains the focus upon your immediate glance is absolutely spectacular. I can't even begin to imagine how this perfection was made. We need more creative art like this. Number 13 was named by Ember Lavender. Whoa, do I just love this! Just like with the last entry, I have never seen an art style quite like this one, and I absolutely love it. Everything in this just screams talent. You can't take your eyes off the background or even Mirage, and everything about this is just pure eye candy. I could look at this for hours and still find something new to appreciate. I really love the expression and the ferocity it gives off, as well as the menacing pose and all the ways the art style brings this piece to life. It looks so full of texture. Number 12 was drawn by 𝙒𝙬𝙁𝙁. I feel unworthy to be looking at this masterpiece. Just look at how absolutely breathtaking this entry is. It depicts such a dramatic scene with varying emotions with absolute ease. The art style, the way the shading and lighting contrast opposing characters, the detailed background that really sets the scene, everything about this is so cinematic and well thought out that I just find myself marveling at it. All the glorious textures and feelings are so perfectly represented, and this genuinely deserves an award for its usage of lighting and coloring to tell a story. This is one of the best art pieces I've ever seen, especially with its realism giving the art so much emotion. It feels so lifelike, like it's taken right off the back cover of a novel. Number 11 was created by Celestial Peony. Holy cheese cubes! My first reaction to seeing this was pure shock and delight. The background! The background! Every single time I look at this, I find something new to obsess over. This art piece feels like a photograph with every intricately placed detail there is to be found. The wildlife, the rock formation, the rising or setting sun, just every single detail about this makes me realize its true beauty. Mirage Magnolia looks so wonderful and in the moment. I am shocked, amazed, and downright stunned to have such a pretty art piece be drawn of my characters like this. Now we have officially gotten into the top 10. Number 10 was created by 𝙈𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙀. Wow, this is so cinematic! The first time I saw this, my jaw literally fell to the floor. It's so action-packed and the effects are show-stopping. The usage of lighting and the detail on the flames is honestly insane. Each individual scale is so detailed and I love it. This entry is the definition of beautiful. Number 9 was drawn by 𝙂𝙖𝙡𝙀𝙀. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm at a loss for words for this magnificent piece. The pose and the expression look so fierce, and I feel so sucked into this moment with its liveliness and details. This just looks so professional, like something you'd actually see on a 𝙂𝙖𝙡𝙀 cover. I feel so honored to have something like this drawn of one of my characters. Number 8 was drawn by String Bean. Okay, I'm going to say it. I'm in love with this adorable art style. This piece is just so carefree and radiates elegance and every positive feeling in the world. The soft, fluffy clouds to Mirage and Magnolia flying in the air, content with one another, just makes me smile. I generally just love how you faithfully drew the characters with such a great spin on the designs and setting. This is wonderful. Saying it 1,000,000 times wouldn't be enough. Number 7 was drawn by Xiao. Words cannot describe how gorgeous this is. The piece features Mirage, Magnolia, their adopted son 𝙂𝙡, and their hybrid egg that's about to hatch. The glorious lighting and the heartfelt and innocent expressions bring about instant euphoria and almost tears. This is one of the best digital art pieces I've ever seen in my life. It is truly breathtaking and one of the best masterpieces to date. I could go on and on about this one for hours because it's honestly a true spectacle. This is pure eye candy at its best and is such a blessing to look at. Number 6 was created by 𝙂𝙖𝙡𝙁𝙁. Did you drop this? The expression perfectly communicates so much emotion and the pose absolutely does the character justice. There was so much talent involved in the creation of this piece that I've just been left to look at it, dumbfounded in amazement. This generally looks like it could pop out of the screen. This entry caught my eye the moment I saw it, and I just knew I had to place it into the top 10. There's no denying that this is straight up awesome. This deserves to be on the cover of our 𝙂𝙖𝙡𝙀 book. It's just that great. And speaking of cover art, number 5. Number 5. This absolutely phenomenal artwork was made by 𝙈𝙤𝙁𝙁𝙁75. They drew Magnolia and Mirage on a 𝙂𝙖𝙡𝙀 book cover! This is honestly the most creative entry, and my jaw fell to the floor when I saw it. I sat in silence for several minutes. If I were to see this in a bookstore, there would be zero question, because it looks like an actual cover for one of the books. As a huge reader, I exploded in excitement to see one of my characters actually appear on something like this, because it's always been my dream to write a novel. And have Mirage on a 𝙂𝙖𝙡𝙀 book cover? It's magical. Number 4 was drawn by Sleepy Gemstone. I was about to explode from shock at how stunning this is when I saw it for the first time. This looks so professional, it needs to be hung up and admired in a museum for all its glamour. Talk about beauty, this is the most gorgeous thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The effects, the art, the style, the elegance. I've never seen something this spectacular in all my life. This blew me away. If I could hang this up in my room, I totally would. And now, it's time for the top 3, and the moment you've all been waiting for is coming up. Number 3 was made by Marta. I think I've officially found my favorite art style ever, because man, this blew me away. Everything about this is just, This piece looks like something straight out of the world's best comic book. The lighting and the colors look so pretty, especially when combined with the gorgeous hues of the background and surroundings. The eyes for both characters just pop so much, especially with the perfect color contrasts. This entry is just absolutely mesmerizing, and I can't help but admire everything that makes it so special and incredible. This is one of the best art pieces I've ever gotten on my OCs, and I really am so thankful this was entered. Number 2 was drawn by Zenika. I'm just going to sit in silence for a moment to marvel at this masterpiece, because oh my goodness, this is one of the coolest things ever. Just look at the duality. Under the water, symbolizing the darker parts of Mirage's life, you can see one of the seeming visitors he almost killed, the dragon reaching out for help. In the sunlight, we can see one of Mirage's happiest moments, a time he spent with Magnolia. That darker part of him still plagues the Sandwing, seeing as the dragon isn't entirely submerged, but we can also see the acceptance and new life that Mirage has created for himself. The lighting, the symbolism, the colors, the shading, the texture, the absolute life that this piece thrives with is so mind-boggling to me. Everything about this shows how much beauty and darkness all brought together to show reality. To say I love this would be an understatement. This is probably one of the best art pieces I have seen and ever will see. I made this my Google background, and I certainly do not regret it. Its warmth and communication of emotions was mastered perfectly. Well done. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The first place winner is Captain Fury. I am not even exaggerating. The moment I saw the entry for the first time, my jaw hit the floor. I sat at my computer for several minutes, unable to speak because I was in that much awe. And I still have that feeling of amazement whenever I look at this. There was no doubt in my mind the minute I saw this. This was the winner. This is just glorious. It looks like something straight off of a book cover, and I've never seen art of any of my characters quite like it. It's full of action, adventure, and serenity all in one, showcasing a phenomenal background with incredible detail in every plant, rock, and scale present. This is more than just an art contest entry. It's a straight-up masterpiece. Everything has so much thought put into it, from the light peering out from behind the mountain, to being able to see each individual piece of moss and fern leaf. This deserves to be seen by the world. I even made this my computer background, and I'm loving being able to see this whenever I start working for the day. Honestly, guys, I was blown away by every single entry to this contest. Even if you didn't make it into the top 25, know that I loved your piece and appreciated every single thing that was sent. Go support all the artists mentioned and check out everybody else who has posted their entry somewhere online. The creativity and talent y'all have is unreal. And now, a massive thank you to everyone who participated for drawing my characters and putting so much time and work into this. You guys really are the best. And lastly, to end off the video, I have an honorable mention from one of my younger fans. This was drawn by Edward Studios. I really liked your art, Edward, and I thought it deserved to be shown. I can't wait to see what else you create. Anyways, thank you all so much for supporting me this year. It's been such a fantastic time to make these videos and read all your comments and feedback. Thanks for sticking around, and here's to a fantastic 2023. Bye!